nothing is as it seems in Doctor Who. I mean, for instance, take a look at this image. And I mean, it looks pretty simple. It looks like you have Amy, a little unemotional, looking at the Doctor. Then you have River, who looks a little bit more emotional, looking at the Doctor. And then you got the Doctor in the forefront. You know, it looks like he's in pain and agony. But it seems pretty simple, right? No. Not at all. Not even close. This most complicated image that you could possibly look at without even realizing it. To be honest, Amy, on the left over there, that's not Amy. She's actually a Tesselecta, which is a robot that can take the form of somebody and mimic them, become them, and actually takes the actual person, miniaturizes them, and puts them inside. You've got River on the other side, who's actually newly made River, who isn't the River that we know of, who's actually brainwashed and ready to kill the Doctor on sight. So how is it all linked? The Tesselecta are actually after River's song, because the River song, we all know, and now have been alluded to, she actually kills the Doctor. And the Doctor is dying right now. Yet, the Doctor isn't supposed to die at that time period. Imagine that! The point of all of this, honestly, is to tell you that this has gotten more complicated than it needs to be in one single episode. I'm not saying you can't follow it. I'm saying it shouldn't be this complicated. I mean, in the last 4 seasons, not counting season 5, has it actually been pretty simplistic. It hasn't been overly complicated without a few little jokes here and there. But I can tell you right now, this is as truly complicated as it gets. So now I have to actually tell you who River Song is. And she is... Spoilers, by the way, I don't want anything to make you upset because it's going to be a really big thing. Actually, she's Amy and Rory's daughter. Yeah. So what relevance does that make? That is a relevance of that big twist of who River Song is, a little bit more compelling than you may think. Okay, great. Big twist, big whoop. Let's see what happens next. Unfortunately, it's showing you how close quarters everything really is. It shows you what River was made into, what the Doctor's supposed to do. It's all now just supposed to lead up to this one crucial moment. So starting off from Let's Kill Hitler, what they end up doing is that after they reveal that big twist as to how River was intergrained in Amy and Rory's life this entire time, that's basically where it stops after Let's Kill Hitler. Then it's all about alluding to the Doctor's death. Every episode. It doesn't necessarily feel like any one of these episodes has a standalone feel to it. They're all linked now. Now, I gotta review the actual episodes, so here we go. Here's basically what happened after Let's Kill Hitler. Which, by the way, they never did kill Hitler in Let's Kill Hitler. They actually had more focus on River Song and what she was doing. So, okay, great, cool. Night Terrors is actually about a kid terrified of everything, and his father and mother actually gave him a technique to say if there's anything you don't like, you put it in the cupboard. Well, little did they all know, everything actually literally does go into that cupboard. The Girl Who Waited is followed up right next to that, and actually is the only one that isn't alluding to the Doctor's death, but it's a very interesting one that's center-focused on the relationship between Amy and Rory. Say what you will, I kind of liked it. It was really interesting to see how they are right now as being travelers with the Doctor, and the screw-ups that happen with time itself. It's actually pretty nifty if you can get past the part where, oh yeah, an older version of Amy is actually left in the dust, she's in the mix, and unfortunately she wants to come with, and to live a life that she has not lived, just to continue it on because of the experience she's had. Then we get the God Complex, which is pretty interesting. It's not anything special, but it does kind of have like a Greek mythology type feel to it, if not some character development with the Doctor, Amy, and Rory. There are some really creepy elements in the God Complex where everyone's running around in this ever-shifting hotel, and each room appeals to someone's dark nature or fear. Closing time is very interesting, as in the Lodger, when I said in my last review in Series 5 it wasn't my favorite. Well, reprisal from that comes in Craig, who the Doctor has met, obviously, and they end up dealing with a Cyberman invasion, but it's really kind of rugged. These Cybermen are not what they used to be. They are trying to gain power rather than try to take over. And it's pretty interesting. It's more comic relief and more focused on these two, the Doctor and Craig, than the Cybermen itself. This is a confusing episode at best. If you are not with it by this point, you are going to be shut off completely. If you are with it, hold on to your hats. It's going to get crazy. And I can't go through all the little tiny details and problems that this thing has any more than the plot itself. But basically, time has collapsed in on itself. And it's only happening all together, all at once, all at the same time. Oh, my head hurts. And it's cool, it's wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey, and that's all I can say about it. You know for a fact that River is going to get married to the Doctor. You know for a fact that the Doctor isn't going to die, but I'm not going to tell you how he escapes it or why. It's cool, it's interesting, it's complicated, and it's a little bit frustrating, but isn't every TV show? Yeah, pretty much. Seriously, in the end, guys, Doctor Who Series 6 is a complete, complicated mess. It's fun in certain areas, it's great in others, but yet there is an underlining feeling that you're wondering, should it be this complicated? In the end, I would give Doctor Who Series 6 a B. And that's a generous rating, I can give you that right now. It is nothing against me to say that I didn't enjoy this. I'm just saying, I couldn't recommend this to be a good start off for anything that's going on in this show. It is way too mind-boggling. So those are my thoughts on Doctor Who Series 6. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.